Hey friends, this is Bev Wolfe from Transparency Now. Now you've not heard me go on a lot of rants lately, and there's a reason for that. There's just so much to rant about that once I get started, I'm afraid I'm going to go on forever. But yes, today I'm going on a rant. Let's start with, there's the TPP, aka the Trans-Pacific Partnership, dubbed NAFTA on steroids. If you haven't heard about the TPP, it's because mainstream media is just not covering it. Here it is in a nutshell, or what they want you to believe. The Trans-Pacific Partnership is a free trade deal aimed at further expanding the flow of goods and services and capital across the borders. Of the 26 chapters currently being negotiated in the TPP, only 2 have to do with trade. The other 24 deal with issues as diverse as how government regulates corporate activity, what crown corporations can and cannot do, how long pharmaceutical patents or copyright terms should be, how the internet is governed, the sharing of personal information across borders, banking and taxation rules, and when a company or investor should be compensated when environmental or public health policies interfere with profits. The Trans-Pacific Partnership is 12-nation and counting free trade and corporate rights deal that is being led by the United States, but also includes Australia, Brunei, Canada, Chile, Japan, Malaysia, Mexico, New Zealand, Peru, Singapore, and Vietnam. Thailand and the Philippines and South Korea have also expressed interest in joining the talks, which would eclipse the North American Free Trade Agreement in the ways democracy would be constrained in the interests of multinational corporations. Does this sound like a good deal to you? Already they want to raise chickens in North America but send them to China for processing and packaging and then send them back to North America labeled as North American products. Let's face it, folks, most governments in North America are controlled by the corporations that fund them. Industrial farms are so huge that the animals are treated inhumanely, fed fast-fattening foods, and constrained in confined feeding and breeding operations that not only risk the health of the animals, but our health as well. Our ground meat contains ammonia-treated pink slime made from inedible animal parts. Chemical companies continue to poison the planet and everything living on it, but hide it behind feeding the masses. Governments are wasting precious resources on idiotic laws like banning incandescent bulbs, trying to make pasture-raised pigs and free-ranging poultry illegal, fining and jailing people for collecting rainwater and digging up their front yards to plant vegetable gardens. They feed us genetically modified frankenfoods without proper labeling. Now they want to take more of our choices away? How? By moving us closer to a one-world government that could quite possibly render democracy impotent. What little choices and voices we do have are not even taken into consideration by most government offices. They baffle us with bullshit to make us feel our votes actually count, and then continue on their merry way doing whatever they choose. Okay, so maybe the governments don't have much choice either, because if you follow the money that funds the governments, it all leads back to the same place, corporations. Why do they even bother to continue the facade that the government actually works for us? Because the last time I checked, we are constantly fighting for our rights to live, breathe, drink clean water, raise our own healthy food, choose which kind of light bulb we want to use, or whether or not to use medicinal safe herbs in place of toxic, addicting pharmaceuticals. It's all here, folks. I don't make this shit up. Do your own research. Don't take my word for it. If my sources seem far-fetched and sometimes extreme, maybe that's because they're the only ones trying to tell us the truth. Because guess what? Mainstream media is a corporation too. And did I mention government controlled and owned? This is Bev Wolfe from Transparency Now saying, we need to wake up, folks, and please do not tell me this is too big, that there is nothing you can do. We're not helpless. We're not powerless. We are the people. We are the 99% of our countries. And when last I checked, The governments only wield the power that we give them.